Welcome to the channel. Thank you to everyone for tuning in. Today we'll be looking at the M079 by Milifortic, which was unboxed along with the likes of the Anyton and the Watch Dives a couple of weeks back. Now, Milifortic are an incredible brand with some of the best value for money out there, and they also have very cool designs, military-based field watches and tool watches, etc. And one thing I have noticed is that the cases are really solid, really well built, and they've also got really great proportions. Now, this M079 has the exact same case as the M096, the Zin 556 homage, which I reviewed not so long ago, which is an absolutely incredible watch. So the same applies with regards to what I said about the M096 regarding the case. The case is exceptionally well built. Some of the defining features include that soft satin brushed surface, which gives an understated sheen across the watch. The bezel design, which includes a flat surface and the slope sides, it adds some refinement and gives the watch a high quality look and feel. And lastly, those crown guards, they're squared off, they house the crown perfectly and give that tool watch look. But also they are finished exceptionally. You don't feel a single sharp edge on the case, and you still have crisply defined surfaces. It's probably the most impressive thing about this watch. I'd say it's definitely worth the £130 retail for this watch for the build quality and the specifications that you get. With the M079, which features a different dial, this is the main focus here. What are the thoughts on this? Well, it looks very similar to a few Seiko models, perhaps a Hamilton or two. Now, in particular, one of the recent releases from Seiko, that this is what brings to mind. And there is always going to be that argument, why buy a homage when you can just get the original? Which is a reasonable argument, as the one I'm thinking about, the SRP G33, you can get it new for around £190 on sale, but it doesn't come with things like sapphire or a screw down crown. So you are getting more value at a reduced cost from Milifortic. So we need to step away from the corporate brand loyalty. Brands are not what they were around 30 years ago. So as far as execution on the Milifortic, I love that green sunburst dial, and they do offer it in black, but compared to the black, this green is a far more interesting dial. You get that sunburst and that perfect shade of green on a field watch rather than that flat green like you get on the Seiko. This is quite dynamic, it plays well with the light and is just more appealing in my opinion. It's also got really well printed Arabics, the text and logos, the date is also framed, and everything is really legible. It also features a layered dial. The minute track is applied on top of the dial, which also has that inner 24-hour ring. So as far as date, I'm not a fan and I don't like them on my watches. However, I feel on this particular design it can work. It doesn't ruin the watch as it is a utilitarian watch, so I don't feel that strongly about the date being there at all. What I will say is that I feel the hands are potentially a little short, but that is due to the design. If they were to extend to the outer minute track, that would cover the Arabics too much. So that is a little trade-off in terms of visuals. I know some people are very particular, and as am I sometimes. Other than that, I think there really are no other problems. The loom is fantastic, BGW9 with a really good level of application, no patches, and it's solid throughout. Milifortic do provide a high standard of features and function across the watches that they produce. This watch fits brilliantly on your wrist. It does have the perfect dimensions. 39mm is a real sweet spot for a lot of people. The lug to lug is also proportionate and it sits really well on my wrist. It also looks very good. The case finishing makes the watch stand out on wrist and it looks really well made. It does not reflect the price it actually is. Now, in terms of improvements, I have a couple. Potentially they need more dial options. They typically do 2 dial options, but I feel they need at least 3 to 5 other dials, perhaps adding a vintage one, and also some colored dials like a blue, silver, or something along those lines. And the last thing, I feel they need to provide more strap options. They usually just provide one, being 2 different colors of leather strap. And with this particular design, you can also get a green or a khaki matching nylon NATO, which would really suit this watch. But it's also time to invest in some better strap options for the watches, something that does match the overall aesthetics, and they're also high quality. You will get a more complete package and then obviously much better value. So short and sweet today. That does conclude the review. Over to you guys. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. The watch is also linked in the description, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you all for watching.